Yo, what it is? Are you black? What? Oh, you gotta love it, man. You gotta love the sexual electricity. Ahoy. Scam. Scam. You've scammed me again, you bastards. Oh. I'm so mad that I got skimmed. Scam. I heard the pink pong ball joke. What? Get out of here. It's not pink pong. It's ping pong. Pink pong pong. The fuck? How do you fucking mess up ping pong as a word? God damn it, TJ, I was going to sleep. Well, go to sleep. How many times have I told you this isn't worth staying up for? This is nothing. This show sucks. There's no fucking reason to watch it. If you're here, it's because the only reason you should be here is if you're as bored as I am. If you're not as bored as I am, then you shouldn't be here. Have you ever listened to any of Bill Hicks' stuff? Yes. Not introducing me to Bill Hicks. What happened to Space Race? Nothing happened to it. Hasn't happened. How would we know how bored you are? If I'm doing this, that means I'm bored. Get Paul in here so you're not hopelessly bored. Paul is asleep. I read any H.P. Lovecraft. Yeah. Favorite. The Mountains of Madness. Statement of Randolph Carter. Nyarlathotep. Call of Cthulhu. Rats in the Wall. TJ, do you disagree with Hitchens on morality? I don't know. I don't recall Hitchens' stance on that. Ever had a creepy encounter with a fan? Yeah, I mean, I've had some encounters that were creepy. There was a guy that came up to me in a bookstore and asked what I did. And I said I just did like some internet marketing or some shit. And he's like, aren't you on YouTube? I'm like, yeah. He's like, aren't you the Amazing Atheist? I'm like, yeah. And he says, I'll be right back. And then he goes off. And I'm like, this motherfucker's going to go get a gun or something. I'm going to leave. So I left. I had a Christian guy come up to me while I was eating dinner and try to proselytize to me and get in some like theological debate. I'm like, I'm trying to sit here with my friends and eat pizza. Why don't you just fuck off? This isn't the time or place. Had a guy who met me in a laundromat, actually. He recognized me. I shook his hand, and as he was shaking my hand, he said, I'm not a fan. I'm like, all right, well, fuck you then. And then there was this little weird dude that came up to me in Walmart one time. He was like a real, like, Steve Buscemi, but uglier. He just looked creepy. He seemed nice, but he just looked like a fucking... Totally looked like a damn vampire corpse. So there was a few. There was a black dude that shook my hand once, but he looked mad at me the whole time. That was weird. Been to Abita Springs, yeah. I was actually at an Abita. I was actually in an Abita Springs laundromat, or a laundromat near Abita Springs, when I met that guy who shook my hand, but then told me I'm not a fan. You ever had a nice encounter with a fan? Oh, they're usually nice. I mean, 99% of times when I encounter somebody, well, the vast majority of times they don't ever say anything to me. I just catch them looking and doing a double take. But when they do recognize me and they do decide to speak with me, it's usually very positive and friendly. That's just your naturally hard features, maybe. Y'all just look angry all the time. TJ, is there a DFF to Mo? Yes. There is the, whatever that show is, Flash Fried. Have you ever said, "Don't you know who I am"? I'm not famous enough to do that. Favorite Western type movie? There's a lot of good Westerns. Shane, Given, The Outlaw Josie Wales. Clinock is pretty good. Little Big Man. Django Unchained. Lots of good Westerns. Found a video on YouTube of a couple of guys dying in a gas explosion. Okay. Oh, and I can't forget Tombstone. Yeah, High Plains. I didn't want to just list a bunch of Clint Eastwood ones, but I mean, pretty much all his Westerns were good. I don't think I've ever seen a bad Clint Eastwood Western. I mean, they might exist. But you really can't go too wrong. I didn't really like Once Upon a Time in the West. I thought Clint Eastwood was too conspicuous in his absence. The Outlaw Josie Wales is like 20 minutes long if you cut out all the scenes of him spitting. He does spit a lot. That's true. Can't deny it. That "I want a hot girl in Spokane right now" guy you covered in DP is becoming a meme, and apparently he got banned from Starbucks for hitting on a 16-year-old barista. I don't know who that is. Apparently I did at one point, but I have completely forgotten. I don't really feel like I have a favorite food. Why are you streaming, TJ? For the same reason I always stream. For the same reason I've already talked about. Because I am bored. I'm bored and I'm not yet tired enough to sleep, so it's time to stream. .310 to Yuma is a nice classic bit of Western with a psychological flavor to it. Both versions of that are good. Although I think I enjoy the remake a little better. I remember Tombstone and Unforgiven being good Westerns, but I haven't seen them in years. They both are really good. Both have really tight scripts. Where is Senor Tomato? L where he belongs. Anything you excited for? Movies, TV shows, politically? No. I've given up on the world. I no longer care. Why don't you do something more productive like jack off to TJ streaming? Jesus. What's the weirdest shit you've seen on acid? I don't know. I don't really consider anything I've seen on acid weird. It's been interesting. I don't know that weird exists for me as a concept that much anymore. Yeah, I prefer Clint Eastwood westerns to John Wayne westerns, but I like some John Wayne westerns too. True Grit's pretty good. TJ, what's the best movie you've seen this year? I don't know. What is your least favorite state in the U.S.? I haven't been to them all, but of the ones I've been to, my least favorite is probably Wyoming. Sucks. A Serbian film is disturbing. Disturbingly boring, maybe. What's your thoughts on Teletubbies? I have no thoughts on them. I actually think that's way more disturbing than a Serbian film. Never watch Teletubbies. But they're both equally boring. Favorite Netflix special? What do you mean special? Like stand-up? You know what is weird? Just how fucking washed up Pauly Shore is. I mean, I knew he was a has-been, but begging for attention to the tune of 80 views per video? Fuck me, dude. Yeah. I feel bad for him. I really do. It's gotta suck. It's hard to feel bad for someone who's not done anything to change their predicament and who just doesn't understand why the things that have happened have happened. I mean, I watched him on Joe Rogan, and like his understanding of why his career has gone to shit is just so piss poor. Like he actually was like saying like, I just, I think the real thing is I shouldn't have done in the army now. And, I also think I listened to the wrong people. It's like, no, you did the same fucking character for every fucking movie until no one wanted to see it anymore. Pauly Shore is the kind of person who would probably be even more of a slack-off loser if he wasn't raised as such a rich kid living off mommy's comedy teat. Yeah, that's another thing is like, I feel like he was just like a mediocre talent that was pushed well beyond where he deserved to be because of his connection with the you know, his familial connections and shit. I mean, it's just blatantly obvious. Will I see Bill and Ted 3? I mean, if the trailer looks interesting, sure. How you doing, TJ? Fine, I guess. If you were Pauly Shore's agent, what would you suggest he do? Quit. And I would quit. I wouldn't want to be Pauly Shore's agent. Where does Andy Dick fit in? With what? I mean, we measured... What the hell? How did everything turn off? Streaming right now, thank you. What was I saying? Oh, I mean, we measured the... We used Andy Dicks as a measure of comedic failure, so... I mean, that should tell you where he fits in. Will I be watching Super Troopers 2? I don't know. I mean, I barely remember the original. I remember thinking it was kind of funny, I guess. I don't know. I'm really big into these comedies. I don't really care about movies much in general anymore. Used to really enjoy film a lot, but I really don't hate it anymore. Maybe there's going to be a second renaissance at some point. I don't know. I hate this culture. I hate the art that we create. I hate the entertainment we produce. It's just all dog shit to me. It's just like all very bland, insipid, designed by a committee, not challenging, not interesting. Shit. Will you be watching my... Oh, never mind. Money came in. Hi, TJ. Long-time viewer, first-time tipper. Would you rather have a baseball shoved up your butt or your dick in a mousetrap? Bother will cause internal bleeding. Work on your spelling just a little bit, sir. I'll do the baseball bat up the butt. That sounds more fun. TJ, your nihilism is showing. Yeah, sorry about that. Why make good films when you can sell garbage and people buy it? I don't know. There used to be this concept of like art, I guess. People used to think that such things mattered. Now they don't. I guess it's just another consequence of capitalism, that making money is way more important than making people care or think or question. Which singular superpower would you have? I don't know. I already have a superpower. I have the power to not give a fuck. I don't understand why people are raving about Black Panther. It really wasn't that great. It was outright dog shit, in my opinion. I'll go further than not that great. I don't think it was good at all. I think it was totally fucking dreck. But whatever. I mean, I don't know. It could have been worse. PJ, my brother has morning wood, and I'm wondering why he has told me. Maybe he wants you to do something about it? I don't know. Do you think you'll be remembered as a great philosopher? No. I don't know. I mean, fuck. Stranger things have happened, I guess, but... God to me. Kind of hope I'm just not remembered. Because if I am remembered, it's going to be some bullshit version of me that never actually existed. People are going to try to put all kinds of words into my mouth and shit. And so, I mean, they already do anyway. At least I'm here around. At least I'm around to correct it when it gets too far out of hand. No, I never watched Annihilation. I've never seen Ex Machina either. I did see Baby Driver. I was not as effusive with praise as Paul's ego, but I do think... Would I ever go on the Kumate or whatever the hell? Whatever, Internet Blood Sports. No, I would never do that. What do you think about Chuck Palahniuk? Also, I got a bonus, so I'm blowing it on stupid questions. Lol. I mean, hey, your bonus is my bonus, I guess. Chuck Palahniuk's a good author. I haven't read his work in a while, but I read Fight Club, and I read Choke, and I read Lullaby. I think those are the only three I've read, but I liked them all. Kumate. Okay. Roger that. What about the last video game you actually gave a shit about? God, I don't even remember. I think I got into Super Meat Boy for a little while. I've been thinking about trying that Far Cry shit. It looks kind of interesting. At first-person shooters, though. TJ, what do you think is the most interesting and original movie you've seen in the past 10 years? Most interesting and original movie I've seen past 10 years. I think, I mean, like, mainstream-wise, because, I mean, you can always probe the depths of art films and find some really weird, off-the-wall shit. But, like, as far as things that have actually been released to a wide audience, I think that Mad Max Fury Road is, like, transcendently good. I don't think it's I mean, like, it's pretty appreciated, but I don't think it's anywhere near as appreciated as it should be. I think that people don't even yet really understand what an achievement that film actually is. So I definitely put that for most interesting. I don't know if it's the most original. I mean, it's just kind of a extended car chase. The visuals are pretty interesting. Yeah, I'll go ahead and turn the limiter off on the mic. That shouldn't happen anymore. I'll go ahead and just boost the mic up a little bit as well. Test, test, test. All right. Hopefully that should be a little better. I don't know if it is or not, but we'll see. What pop artist do you enjoy the most that people wouldn't expect? Um, I don't really enjoy pop music. The only pop music I mean, maybe a few Michael Jackson songs or something. I don't know. There's not really much in the realm of pop music that I care for. TJ, are you depressed? Oh, yeah. All my life. Thanks for immortalizing me with this chat that's till SJW YouTube purges us and our legacy ghosts with it. Good answer my Q&A. All right. Thanks for the money. It's about all that you deserve. I think you should just give me all your money. I think I'll use it better than you. I don't know. I haven't seen Fury Road yet. Why is it so good? Well, first of all, I mean, it's a one-film masterclass in how to tell a story visually. It's the most action I think I've ever seen in a film, and it's just for the amount of shit that's going on, it's remarkably coherent because it's so well fucking edited. It's just visually masterful. There's nothing else that looks like it does. It takes the Mad Max movies to a whole other level. It conveys what it needs to with a very economical use of dialogue. And just the sheer amount of fucking crazy shit that it throws at you is just awesome. The world it creates is just so fucking rich, but also so insane. So yeah, I mean, it's just pretty much awesome across the board. Who do you think did the chemical attack in Syria, Russia or Israel/USA? I mean, obviously it was the deep state funded by Soros and the globalists to lure Trump into another Middle East conflict to do something. I don't know. I want to sex my bestie. She has a good butt. I mean, that's a pretty good reason. You call yourself the amazing atheist, but you're not that amazing. Well, you call yourself Puddles the mentally deranged clown. And I don't know. You're not that mentally deranged. Maybe you're not that puddly. You're definitely a clown. I'll give you that. Hey, TJ, we ever take down the DFF Patreon videos that are floating around YouTube? We DMCA'd those like 3 days ago, and YouTube still has not done shit. So, I just don't know. Is Trump going to be impeached now? I have a strong feeling Donald Trump is going to fire Mueller. And from what I've heard, that's his death sentence. I think that it's likely enough. I don't know. I've always had a feeling Trump wasn't going to last long, and maybe that feeling will be vindicated. I think that would give me great feelings of vindication, especially since Scotty would once again have to pay me money. There's more than one channel posting DFF content on YouTube. Yeah, I know, but there's like a main one that's gotten a shit ton of views. And it was DMCA'd heavily. Every single video that he stole from us has been DMCA'd, and it simply hasn't come to anything. What are your main issues with Black Panther? First of all, I think that T'Challa, whatever the fuck his stupid goddamn name is, has no character whatsoever. I mean, we did a whole review on it. I mean, it's up there on Cinema for Cynics. You could see the whole fucking thing. We go into crazy detail as to why we think the movie sucked. Is that why you guys lost a bunch of patrons? The only time we've actually lost patrons is when some people's credit cards were rejected when the first round of, not the first round of payments, I guess the second round of payments went through. A few people, just their payments were rejected, so that's the only thing. No one actually, I mean, maybe somebody did, but most of them didn't do it. Did you ever hear the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise? Yeah, I sure did. Darth Plagueis the Wise. He could bring back the dead. Then his student killed him. Did you watch any of the Zuckerberg hearing? No. I didn't really care much about it. It's the problem. So little that I care about. And when I do, it's something that no one else does. So, this is my life. What you gonna do? What's our modern day equivalent to 1990s Pauly Shore or Rob Schneider? Hopefully Kevin Hart. I don't know. Aaron Ra on here to show you his delineated something from the Komodo dragon. They care closely related. Care close? I don't know. Delineage. Okay. I watched one of the pirated episodes. How do you feel about such ethically, and how can I repay? I mean, whatever. I mean, I'm not gonna get upset that someone watched something that was available to them. I can't believe people didn't know that Facebook was selling their info, which was likely to be mishandled. That's why you read the terms of use and services, or just use your common sense to realize that, of course, they're going to do that. What superhero movie have I enjoyed most in recent time? The last time I really was like super ecstatic about a movie I'd just seen as far as a superhero movie goes is probably the original Guardians of the Galaxy, whatever year that came out. There are rumors of the PS5 being released 2018. I hope that's false. I mean, I don't know. I guess it doesn't really matter much to me. I mean, it just seems like, you know, seems a little soon to me. Yeah, I don't know. 2020, yeah. I mean, the PS4 is not... I mean, it feels like it just came out to me. I don't know. Maybe it's been longer than I think. What's the most amount of fast food you've ever eaten in one sitting? I have no idea. Why would I keep track of such things? Of my group of friends, the smarter ones are becoming way too goddamn apathetic, and the dumber ones are planning to have kids or already have them. Well, welcome to idiocracy, I guess. I mean, apathy seems like a pretty natural reaction to looking around the world and being like, oh shit, this is fucked. This is, we're just, yeah, okay. Circling the drain at this point. Let's just, I guess, see how this plays out. I mean, this fucking place is doomed. I mean, let's be real. I mean, we're just totally fucked. What did you hate most about Black Panther? I mean, I already said it. I feel bad that you paid to just hear me say the same thing again, but the lead character having no character is kind of a problem for me. Withdrawing and disgust is not the same thing as apathy. Yeah, it is. I mean, maybe as a personal experience it's not, but its cumulative effect is the same from an external perspective, right? Doesn't really matter why you don't give a shit. It's that you don't give a shit. Pacing, I don't know. I didn't really have I don't think the pacing was that bad, but it wasn't good either. The music choices, wet, also awful. Damn. Too late. I already read it. My misanthropy doesn't stem from hatred, it's disappointment. I can understand that. I feel like my disappointment is becoming hatred. So, I guess that's kind of the definition of misanthropy, though, is hatred of humanity. So, yeah. But yeah, I didn't start off hating humanity. Well, I kind of did. I feel like I was pretty prone to hate, even as a kid. What is the oldest possession in your home? I don't know. It's a good question. I'd have to think about it and look around. With your new format, barring that came out of nowhere. Sorry. It's not even on the right level. Isn't it more fun to attempt to give a shit than giving into apathy? I know you can't make yourself care, but I feel like pretending is at least better for you. Hold on. In some way or something. Yeah, I don't know. I can't even bother, though. I mean, like, I don't know. I can't even pretend to give a shit. Because I just don't. I mean, like, I don't even give a shit enough to pretend I give a shit. Pretending is pretentious. Okay. What's your opinion on sociopaths? In what way? I mean, what do you mean? It's kind of a very broad question for me. What's my opinion on them? I mean, it depends on the... I mean, like, people have other character traits beyond just stuff like that. I mean, someone who's a sociopath, I mean, it's going to depend on the person still. I'm not just going to judge them on that alone. Favorite character in Voyager? Captain Janeway and Seven of Nine are my favorite characters in Voyager. Both totally awesome. The amount of characters in Infinity War might be a problem if not for the fact that most of them have already been developed. So as long, I mean, like, you know, as long as it focuses in on the key characters that it really wants to focus on, and it stays true to the other characters that it uses in a more auxiliary capacity and doesn't do anything that's out of character for them, then I think it should be fine. If they try to give everyone equal screen time and make sure everyone gets their own subplot, then they're going to fuck it up real bad. But if they know what they're doing, which I think they probably do, they're not going to try that. They're going to focus in on a few key characters, and they're going to use the rest in sort of a fan service-y capacity. Justice is a knee in the gut from the floor on... I'm not reading all that. I can already tell it's just gibberish anyway. What is Infinite Wars? It's Infinity War. And it's a big superhero movie. I don't know. If you don't know what it is by this point, then I don't know why I'm going to tell you. That's classic literature. Laughing my ass off. Who cares? It's still dog shit. What? Someone wrote it fucking 200 years ago, and a bunch of academics gave it their seal of approval, so it's some kind of fucking masterpiece when you spam the chat with it. Maybe in the context of it being in... It's the fucking book of the person who wrote it. It was good, but as a random, out-of-context blurb of bullshit in my chat, it's dog shit. It doesn't just fucking... You know, it's like if someone asked me, you know, how much fucking sugar I want in my coffee, and I start quoting Shakespeare. I'm still being a retard. It's not indicting Shakespeare. But also, I don't even know if I'd enjoy the book. I don't care if it's classic literature. That doesn't obligate me to fucking enjoy it or have a high opinion of it in any way. What is your opinion on Poland and Poles? I don't have one. I didn't hold a gun to your head and force you to read it. Okay. I didn't read it. I started reading it, then I decided not to. Would you rather have to kill a chicken every time you wanted to start your car or sword fight an orangutan once a year? I mean, I could just get someone else to start the fucking car or whatever. How much salt do you want in your Paul? How much salt do I want in my salt? That doesn't make any sense. TJ, do you think the earth is flat? Why not? No, I don't, because it isn't. Have you blueberry pied anyone lately, TJ? No. Jimmy Dore. Fag. Fag. I mean, astronauts have literally, like, seen the Earth and seen that it's round. We have satellites in orbit. Every other planet is fucking round. We understand how gravity works and how it formed the planets. And we have, I guess we don't understand gravity on a quantum level, but we understand it in a Newtonian sense, so we know why the planets are round. We know that the planets are round. We know why we're fucking being stuck to the surface. And also, there's just no fucking reason. There's no reason for there to be this massive conspiracy that the Earth is fucking round if it's actually flat. Because no one gains anything from that. Like, who's the beneficiary of convincing the flat Earth inhabitants that their planet is round when it's actually not? Like, who benefits from that? Ged Canonizdo says the stream is depressing. You're depressing, you fucking little ugly bitch. Fucking look at you. You fucking... Let's take a look at this fucking piece of shit. Inhabitants that their planet is round.
Shut up,
when
TJ.
it's actually... No one cares what you have to say, you little bitch. Pop out, chat. Alright, let's see. Where's this fucking... What do you say again? Depressing. Where's... Next. There it is. Ged Caninsdo, or whatever the fuck his stupid name is. Go to his channel. Yeah, your shit. You got videos on here. All fucking bad. What is this? Let's see this motherfucker calling me depressing. Bleak motherfucker. Playing his fucking guitar and shit. Please lower the volume of the video for better sound quality. Fuck that. What is this? Load, bitch. Alright. Yeah, man. Screen capture this shit. This is a motherfucker going around calling my stream depressing, man. Let's take a look at his shit. Let's see how I feel about what he does. Verified Infomercial Project 2014, motherfucker. Load. Load. The fuck is your problem, YouTube? You don't want me to do this, do you? Load, you bitch-ass motherfuck. Verified. Xanadu. Streamlabs was easier than I thought it would be. Thanks for doing what you do. Oh, that's a $50 tip. Cool. Who tipped it? Sly Bandit. Thanks, Sly Bandit. What you've done is very much appreciated by yours truly. Man, this music's depressing, dude. Is that your house? Look how dirty the ceiling is. That's depressing. It's kind of barren. How depressing. I'm depressed. Man. Fucking piece of shit. Can't watch any more of this fucking garbage. Get out of my fucking sight. Asshole. Whoa. Double TJ. Creepy stuff. Fucking piece of shit talking his shit to me. Internet broke? Internet's fine, bitch. What are you talking about? What you talking about? Huh? Why are you offended by a guy calling your stream depressing? Because I know what he's fucking saying, dude. I know what his little coded language shit is. Don't act like that's not fucking... I know what the fuck he's saying. How does one earn a wrench? By never asking for one. You have failed the test. Sorry. Try again next lifetime. Did I watch Bushworld Rick and Morty? What did I think of it? I thought it was fun. It's a nice little alternative take. I'd probably watch that show too. I mean, I don't know. I think it's kind of fucked up that they're putting out other people's Rick and Morty episodes when they still haven't greenlit the 4th season over some contract dispute bullshit. Did I end up liking the new It? No, I didn't. But whatever. I didn't think I would, so. What am I drinking? Just some hideous shit. Some Mio shit. I would light up too if I had money. You can hit that shit. You can fucking hit it whenever you want. Weed is right where you know it is. I mean, legal tobacco is. What really happened with Ben? Was he just trying to be the boss of everyone? What really happened with Ben is one day I walked into the DP studio and I noticed a fucking small smudge of chocolate on the counter. And, you know, it turned out that Ben had eaten a cupcake and had not washed his hands properly and got a small smudge of chocolate on the counter. And I just said to him right then and there, We are fucking done, bitch. We are done. Because you know what a neat freak I am, you know. So, you know, I just can't work with someone who's that filthy. It's just disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. I like how Wubba Lubba Dub Dub is actually showing you are miserable. Rick and Morty has nihilism down. Yeah, it's good stuff. Dun, 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 dun. TJ saw Ben's nutsack. TJ made a move, and Ben rejected him. Sounds legit. TJ, will you eventually be a born-again Christian preacher and denounce your atheist past? I can't do that because me and Joe Rogan talked about the possibility of me doing it. So now everyone would know. They'd just immediately go back and find that interview and us joking about it. And they'd just be like, yeah, see? It was all planned. Did you see in Mendham's response to Chapter 1? No. $1. Does Chelsea watch these streams? She listens to them in her car sometimes. So right now I'm probably making what she's going to listen to on her way to work. So that's kind of cool. Why doesn't Mendham still exist? I don't know. And Mendham seems to think Cheech is way more evil than he really is. It's bizarre. I don't know. I'm not even gonna... I haven't even looked at his video. He used to make responses to me all the time. I'm surprised he's back into it. Bavarian sausage definitely affect the flavor of cum. Okay. And Mendham's response was nonsense. That doesn't surprise me. Paultism. Why does TJ still exist? I ask myself that every day. Is this you doing life? No, this is me avoiding life. Maybe I should change the name of the channel. TJ Avoids Life. What were you like in high school? Did everyone think you'd shoot up the school? I was cold, hostile, aloof, unwilling to interact with my peers, condescending, rude, occasionally with outbursts of depraved nonsense. And yes, they were afraid I was going to shoot up the school. To the point where I had to go to the guidance counselor against my will just to answer a bunch of questions about my mental state because there was people who brought it up as a concern, I guess. But little did they know I didn't even have any guns. I've actually never shot a gun in my entire life. So, but you know, maybe if I did have a gun, I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't. TJ, would you put Rasputin's big ol' formaldehyded member up your bottom? I mean, it's not really his, first of all. So, no. And second of all, you know, I'd rather go back in time and get fucked by the actual Rasputin, so I don't need no weird formaldehyde dick in my butt. You sound just like my brother in high school. Well, this is what's going to happen to him when he gets older, so don't worry about it. Did I wear a trench coat? I don't think I ever wore a trench coat. I was not, at that point, willing to make any sort of fashion choice that drew more attention to me. I was sort of all about putting forth an air of inaccessibility and trying to not be talked to by anybody. Didn't want to interact with other people at all. Sounds like a joy to be around, personally. No. I mean, I know you're being sarcastic, but, I mean, that's kind of the point. I didn't want to be a joy to be around because I didn't want people around me. I don't find them to be a joy to be around, so, you know, it's kind of a mutual thing. Like, how about I leave the world alone and it leaves me alone? I'll just sit here and read this book or draw this drawing or write this fucking poem or write this essay or whatever the fuck I'm doing, and I'll do that and you leave me alone and go talk to your friends, and then you're happy because you're doing your thing of like socializing, and I'm happy because I'm doing my thing of not dealing with your insipid bullshit, and then we're both good, you know? Did I have a crush on someone at school? You know, I think I had a crush in 8th or 9th grade. I wrote her a letter. I came on way too strong in the letter, and she got freaked out. So it was a total failure. This is just unmitigated failure. You know, I had no notion of how to interact with people in general, let alone a girl that I liked. So it was a totally dismal, awkward, embarrassing failure. Why did you hate your other classmates so much? I don't really care about the things that most people want to talk about. And I, especially at that time, had a strong notion of being better than other people. So I never really wanted to associate with them because I felt superior, and I also felt misunderstood by them. Just your typical angsty teenage shit, I guess. I was just a really fucking angsty, hostile loner. And I think that part of me is still that. What advice would you give to past high school TJ? What advice would I give to my younger self? I don't know. I have to think about it. Because I have to be very careful with that. I really don't like the idea of me being responsible for altering the past in general. But if I had that opportunity, I might not be able to pass it up. But I'd really have to be careful. I wouldn't want to warn him about specific things. You know, I don't know. I guess I really wouldn't want to do it because there are things in my life now. I mean, like, you just don't know what the unintended consequences of what you'd say would be. You know, I could go back and think, yeah, if I tell him this, then he'll avoid all these pitfalls, but maybe it has unintended consequences and I come back and my life is way worse. Maybe I fucked everything up. Maybe maybe in that life where I went back and gave myself that advice, I'm fucking married to some horrendous nagging bitch wife and I've got a bunch of stupid fucking kids that I gotta take care of and I'm working at fucking Subway. You know, I'm the fucking manager at fucking Subway or some shit. No. No thanks. Ugh. Tell my past self to be more humble? No. It's a good thing I wasn't humble. All the motherfuckers that have tried to tear me down. I have to have a giant fucking ego. I mean, the most... I just go back and be like, invest in Google or some shit, you know? I don't know. Maybe just tell myself to get some investments going. Tell them the companies that are going to be successful in the future. I'm a manager at a movie theater, and it's god-awful. I was about to say, but at least you get free movies, and then I remembered that 90% of movies are shit, so damn, that does suck. I've seen your question, sir, and I'm not going to answer it. Thank you. What happened to my mods? Weren't there mods in here at one point? Did they just go away? Can someone take care of this fucking dude that's spammed the same shit 90,000 times? If you had plenty of disposable money, what would you do with the rest of your life? I just, you know, make some movies, I guess. Relax. You know, I just take long periods of rest and then do a big project and then another long period of rest and so on and so forth. So basically you'd be Kubrick. Yes, but with almost certainly not that level of talent or anywhere near it. But yes, other than that, yeah. Is Ashley Paul's girlfriend? Yes, she is. You sent us Streamlabs and it didn't show up. Okay, let me just take a look. You said, past TJ sounds arrogant, so any advice you gave him, he'd probably ignore anyway. Yeah. That's fair enough. I wonder why some Streamlabs don't go through. Like, maybe I should look that up. Okay. Sorry. Just trying to fix my Streamlabs. It says sometimes logging in and logging out of Streamlabs can apparently reestablish the connection, so that's what I'm fucking doing. Huh. Okay. I can show you the world, shining, shimmering, splendid. Tell me, princess, now when did you last let your heart decide? What the fuck is this shit? I gotta do this myself. Is that what we're doing? Just gotta take care of these fuckers on my own. Here. And you get a fucking timeout. And you get a timeout as well. Can you beat up a classroom full of 5th graders for the 100th episode of DFF? Sure. Sure, let's do it. TJ, tell me what behavior you want to be timed out and we'll do it. I don't want to be too Nazi modish is all. If you see some motherfucker, the only thing I really give a shit about is when someone starts spamming nonsense and they think they're fucking funny. Like this guy who's asking like blatantly obvious questions. Like, oh, is this in? Like, I don't, these themed accounts that think they're fucking, they found some hilarious bit and they're trying to fucking do a little like comedy act in the fucking chat with their character. That's dog shit, and they can just all just go. I have no interest in that whatsoever. Zero tolerance. Have you ever played any Metal Gear Solid games? Yeah, I played the first one, or the first one for PlayStation anyway. What makes you offended? Obviously the behavior I just described makes me offended. I mean, if people want to be an asshole to me or, like, criticize me or something, that's fine. I don't care about that. It's mostly just spam or these, like, stupid novelty accounts that post a bunch of themed shit. You know, that's when it becomes cumbersome. Marry, Fuck, Kill, Samurai Jack, Goku, Batman animated series. So, like, the entire animated series, not just Batman from that show, but Batman the animated series itself? I'm confused by this question. I'm not going to indulge this hypothetical, sir. I hope this isn't interrupting like last time, lol. Do you think there's a future for guests on DFF? And if so, who would you favor in the early days? There have been talk of perhaps guests. I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence about the concept of inviting guests on our show. I really have to think about it. I don't want it to be based around that. I think that if we do it, it'll be a very special occasion sort of thing. What happened to Hugo and Jake being on? There was some issues with Skype. Or, I don't know. I don't know if they were Skype issues, or if they were voice meter issues, or if they were browser issues, or XSplit issues, or what the fuck was going on. But could have been VLC issues. I'm not sure. We couldn't fucking track down the problem, but basically we would play videos and they couldn't hear the audio from the videos. So if we did a show that didn't involve videos, then we could have a guest, but I'd hate to be limited in that way. You know, a lot of times guests are not that great. I mean, it's like that Toast Woozy says there. I don't know if I'm pronouncing your name right. Guests can ruin a show. It's definitely true. Like, a bad guest will just make everything suck. And there's too many fucking episodes of DP that just got wasted on a shitty guest that shouldn't even have been there. Bring back Scotty Cena. I would feel weird doing Scotty Cena since that was something that Ben kind of created. You know, I don't think that I want to use an idea that was something he came up with on a show that's like competing with his show. Oftentimes, especially on Mondays, we tend to stream around the same time. Who are the shittiest DP guests? I'm not going to sit here and shit on people. You know, there was definitely guests that I was not impressed with, so. But I'm not getting into, you know, petty drama bullshit over a show that doesn't even matter anymore. Introduce TJ Cena. Yeah. So original. How much legal tobacco do you purchase at one time usually? Not a whole lot. Ancient history, but when you guys were talking politics, religion, guests like God Sod were great. They added to the conversation rather than hanging around awkwardly and adding meaningless comments. Those guests are kind of bad in a different way in that they're so in love with how smart they are, they just want to blather endlessly. And I can't have that. You know, I don't like taking the back seat. You know, but yeah, I agree though. You know, more intellectual guests are definitely better. So I think maybe if we did have a guest policy, it'd be because we felt like someone's an expert in something and they can really elucidate things better. You know, there has to be an impetus to bring the guest on. Yeah, exactly like Matthew B Squad is saying there. Bring on a guest who knows something about the topic. Yeah. So they'd be there as an expert, really. And that makes sense. Do you miss doing videos about Venom Fang X? No. Who's my favorite pseudo-intellectual? My favorite pseudo-intellectual. Probably like Deepak Chopra or something, you know. I still hate his guts, but he's kind of funny. Like the little world he's created for himself is kind of interesting. Like when Stevie was the survival expert. That's true. We have had a guest on DFF. Stevie, dude. Deepak Chopra is definitely a riot. I mean, unintentionally, but still. Yeah, Galen had a pretty funny tweet against Deepak Chopra. He just basically told him to blow it out his ass. It was fucking classic. TJ Kirk is my favorite pseudo-intellectual. Aw, you wound me. I don't really feel like I try to come across as intellectual, so... I mean, like, the kind of... Like, the definition of pseudo-intellectual is someone who's, like, trying to come across like they're this learned academic presence, and I don't feel like I put on those airs, so... I don't know. I just don't see how I fit, but it does get thrown around. Did Peterson notice your videos about him? I don't know. He hasn't said anything. Do you really feel for them? What? When do you sleep? Soon. Alright, so here's the deal. How long have we been doing this? I think I started this about an hour and 20 minutes ago. Alright, so we got 214 people. Sorry, 216 people here now. I'm going to go smoke a cigarette. If there's more than 185 when I return, the stream will continue. If there's less than 185, the stream will end. That's how it's going to work. You have a chance to end this if you so desire. Damn it. So close to being able to end. Oh well. Fair enough. What do you think of what is chasen? What's chasen? Blech. If you leave, you gay. Well, I'm not leaving. I said if there was more than 185 and there was 188. So, I mean, by 3, there was enough. So that's how it goes. I'm a man of my fucking word, bitch. Bastard ass motherfuckers. Hey TJ, what is the biggest long-term goal for your life that is realistic? I don't know. I don't have goals. All of my goals are unrealistic. Has anyone complained or taken issue with your legal tobacco smoking while down south? No. I feel like people actually smoke legal tobacco more openly here than even in Washington. Adequate numbers. What was you? TJ, can you react to your 2011 reaction to your first video from 2006? That'd be cool. That's so fucking meta, dude. Some meta-ass shit. I'll look into it. Maybe I could make that funny somehow. My cop friends tell me that busting people for weed is a waste of time and they hate doing it. Then they should quit. But who was phone? Satan? Should probably get some rest. Mind your own fucking business, please. I can go to bed when I so choose. You don't need to tell me when I need to rest. Piece of fucking shit! That's just how it goes, though. What you gonna do? I definitely should not drink a Red Bull because then I'll feel super tired still, but I won't be able to sleep. So, how long have I been streaming tonight? Not that long. This isn't one of my like epic 7-hour streams or anything. The current amount of time is 1 hour and 30 minutes, 31 minutes. Are we ever going to get another eggs video or bricks video? I don't know. How can I know what the future will hold? Did you know it only takes 6 cans of Red Bull to stop a person's heart? Cool. Well, mine should have stopped a while ago then. It's impossible to sleep on mushrooms, but it's not impossible to just lay there and chill on mushrooms. That's real easy. How much is your book gonna be? I have no fucking clue, dude. I'm gonna worry about writing it before I worry about pricing it. I don't think people with nigh genius level intellects such as TJ can feel fear to that extreme. What? What is this conversation that's happening? John Doe? I'm gonna look for this fucker. Are you scared? What? I don't even understand the response. Some super genius I am. Why are you still streaming, TJ? You're beginning to annoy me. Salen Mac. TJ, don't you play some royalty-free tracks in the background of these? Sometimes I do. Today I'm not. I wonder if Red Bull could start a stopped heart like electricity can. Yeah. There was no Mark Zuckerberg trial today. Do you think the suffering of sentient creatures is objectively wrong? What do you mean wrong? I mean, all sentient creatures do suffer, so whether it's wrong or not doesn't have much to do with anything, does it? Did you catch any of AIU on Warski last night? No, I don't really watch much YouTube in general, and when I do, it doesn't tend to be stuff like that. Who's the worst U.S. senator? I don't know. It used to be Jesse Helms, but he's long dead. I don't know who the worst is now. Maybe fucking Pelosi. She's pretty evil. Are you planning on making these late night streams a regular thing now? If so, I'd like to know what time you'll usually start them so I can be on time for once. There's no pattern. There's no rhyme or reason to these. Is TJ ignoring Matt? No. What is the worst movie trope that you come across? There is one that really annoys me. God, what is that trope that always pisses me off? Whatever. I'm not going to sit here and try to think about it, figure it out, if it doesn't come to me right off the bat. But there definitely are some tropes that bug the shit out of me. There's this argument about fear in the chat. Getting lazy, TJ, I must say. Well, I'm getting tired is what I'm getting. Generic villains? No. It's no, I never care. I never really cared about that liar revealed thing. I don't really mind that trope that much. What does the trope consist of? That's what I'm saying, is I can't remember what it is. I know there is one that always fucking bugs me. I guess I can fucking sit here and try to figure out what it is, if that's what you want me to fucking do so bad. Oh, okay. I hate when there is a character that only one other character can understand what they're saying, but they talk to them in this weird, stilted, unnatural way in order to make the conversation followable. Like, you know, when you're talking to someone, you're not constantly reiterating what they're saying. So it's weird. Like it was in the Guardians of the Galaxy movies, you know, where the Rocket can understand Groot, and he's always like, you know, it's always some shit like he'll be like, "I am Groot," and it's like, "Yeah, the coffee around here does suck," or whatever, you know, like just reiterating what that person says, you know, when you just, if you actually understood them, you just be like, "Yeah." You know? So, yeah. That particular form of exposition, yeah. It just, yeah, it's Han and Chewie, you know? "Get in there, you big oaf, I don't care what you smell," you know, or all that. You know, it's like, okay, you know, it's just not, it's not natural to talk that way if they actually understand each other. But it's like he talks to him in a way that you can tell he's trying to convey the information to the audience. And it's like, you know, there is no audience. It's kind of a weird way of almost breaking the fourth wall a little bit, but not in an ironic, knowing way, just in an accidental, clumsy, stupid way. Yeah, it's, you know, you could call it the Lassie trope. Yeah, it's like, you know, "Woof, woof, what's that, girl? Little Timmy fell down the well," you know? Yeah. I hate that shit. Gurgle, gurgle. I do that trope all the time in my videos. Sorry to admit. Well, I don't know. If it doesn't bother you, it's just a peeve of mine, I guess. Hey, TJ, do you remember what the conspiracy you subscribed to that you brought up in DFF was but forgot? No, I've totally forgotten whatever the fuck it was. Kind of like a guy is on the phone and you can't hear the other side, so the guy on the phone just repeats what he heard. Yeah, I hate that too. It's a variation on the same theme. Oh, yeah. That's like one of the big things that really makes it hard for me to enjoy anime is just the huge amount of exposition. I guess it's just not looked down upon in fucking Japanese writing or something. I don't know. Like, did no one tell them that exposition is dog shit? They just think it's like the best way to write. Don't show, tell. It's like, what? Stop with this. Cease your fucking prattling. No. Tell, don't show, dude. That's the anime motto. Yeah, that sucks too, Doom Kid. Kind of works in the SpongeBob movie. Mr. Krabs tells SpongeBob to quit repeating everything he says into the microphone as he's whispering in his ear. Well, they made a joke out of it there. That, you know, I never seen it, but that might actually work. Tell, don't show. The Last Jedi in a nutshell. Was it really bad in there? I don't know. I'd have to rewatch that. I didn't notice that the first time around. Mundane Matt is here. Well, there he is. He's right fucking there, bitch. Long live tomato. Matt, just so you know, there's nothing in here worth seeing. These are universally terrible. But, you know, if you're just as bored as me, I guess, have at it. Oh my God. Quit asking about Mark Zuckerberg. I don't care. 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 You've got a whole internet full of people who care. I'm not one of them. Ask them. I really don't mind it in anime, but perhaps I'm biased. I think you probably are. Because, like, for me, it's way distracting. Like, they just go into these long, detailed explanations. Like, the characters just turn into fucking instruction manuals for how to understand what the fuck is going on when it's really not that hard. You know, if I see a bunch of people shooting lasers at each other and shit, I can figure it out what's going on. I don't need an explanation of how the lasers work and all that. Morning, TJ. I see you back at it. Get some sleep. You know, I'll sleep when I want to fucking sleep, dude. Go away. Thanks, dumb kid. What are some other tropes in anime that you hate? That's really the big one. I mean, I'd probably watch a lot more and get into a lot more if they didn't do that so much. So much explanation. I can't really think of anything else that really pisses me off across the board with their storytelling, but maybe it's just because the exposition is so distracting that it's hard to notice other flaws. Don't some things warrant an explanation, though? Yeah, and the explanation should usually be shown or given to you through context clues, not just spoon-fed to you by some character prattling the information. Unless there's some way you can make it actually fit the scene, but 9,000 times out of fucking 9,001, it's not necessary to do that. This stream is faggy. Yeah, that's probably true. The stream is fucking faggy. No one's across the room and he's fucking staring at me. Who's the worst mod? Do a poll. These mods are way out of hand, TJ. What'd they do now? What did they fucking do now? Why are people saying Christopher Hitchens would have supported Trump? Because he's not alive, so he can't contradict them. So why not? These are the same people who say that Martin Luther King would have been a Republican, despite the fact that he was pretty much a fucking socialist. So they don't care about the truth. Hitchens did hate Hillary, and so do I. I don't think that would have necessarily made him go for Trump. Maybe it would have. Who couldn't say Hitchens was not a super predictable thinker? Fatal familial insomnia is a rare genetic condition where the sufferer can't sleep, resulting in death once it's triggered. Only a handful of families have it in the world. Okay. What is Salem Mac bitching about, Doom Kid? What is going down? I'm going to start telling these people that Jesus was a Muslim. Okay. Insipid bullshit. Sailing Mac. Sailing Mac. I'm going back and looking at the chats that were deleted. I'm not seeing anything that seems like it was worth saving or worth complaining about it being removed, so whatevs. Doing a little bit of investigating. Hashtag ban Salem Mac. I'm down with that. If any of the mods want to, they're free to do it. I have no problem with it. He's been an annoying shit the entire time. Just got up, going to work, gonna call my boss a jerk. Kick him in his useless ass, steal all of the business's cash. Sounds like a good time. You should do it. Love you, TJ. Love you too. What is a realistic value of your own self, TJ? The same as the value of everything else in existence. Nothing. Make your best argument for God's existence. Love the video on TJ Does Life where he is sitting on a crapper in face paint talking about cops knocking on his door. Lols. I don't even remember that. But from the sounds of it, I'm not surprised I don't. All right. Don't necessarily ban Salad Mac, just delete their comments. Pokemon. Hey TJ, how much do you enjoy your own voice, let alone your singing one? I don't know. I don't really care about it that much. I wish it was deeper, I guess. Would you continue a relationship with someone if they told you they were a sociopath and had proof? I mean, if the relationship was good, I guess. You know, I don't know. Pokemon, go to the polls. Go to the polls. White people, robots in disguise. White people, tired of their lies. Any entrepreneur, tobacco salesman, playfully, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Guns and death and chocolate pies and all that stuff. It's good things. Good things. Time to not be doing this anymore.